Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to cover something that's been going on lately on the web regarding Michael Burry and his activity. We all know him from 2007 2008 by his famous Big Short bet against housing bubble and how it this all played out. And he basically made like outsized returns. I just stumbled upon this article from the New York Times. I saw the crisis coming, why didn't the Fed? By Michael Burry himself back in 2010. So, uh, as Michael Burry writes, everybody missed it, he said, academia, the Federal Reserve, all regulators. But that is not how I remember it. Back in 2005 and 2006, I argued as forcefully as I could in letters to clients of my investment firm, Cyan Capital, that the mortgage market would melt down in the second half of 2007, causing substantial damage to the economy. My prediction was based on my research into the residential mortgage market and mortgage-backed securities. Here he goes on to explain his strategy, how he positioned his bet, what he did, what he saw, and how he profited from this bet, and how he was actually being very public at this time and telling everybody what he saw from 2003. I had begun to worry about the housing market back in 2003, so it was more than 4 years before this whole thing happened. We see that more than a decade ago, or yes, more than a decade ago, he was very public and talking about what threats he saw in the market and just warning everybody left and right. But what's going on today with Michael Burry? We saw in the news that he deleted all his tweets from his Twitter account. We now can see his official Twitter account has only 3 tweets. Very curious to know what he means by this picture of a bunch of bricks in the background of his page. He has just 3 tweets regarding some restaurants, Vietnamese restaurants in the Bay Area. He also has a couple of quotes in Vietnamese, which I translated for you. This recent one translates as born to fight but was handcuffed in the first place. So if you go back to another Twitter account, which is called Michael Burry Archive, we see that just yesterday he posted his last tweet saying, tweeting and getting in the news lately apparently has caused the SEC to pay us a visit. Lovely. No more tweets. Hashtag. This is like very interesting stuff because guys, uh, in 2007, as I mentioned, he was very public about housing bubble and how it was threatening the economy and all this stuff. And today, he actually decided to just disappear from the web and just disappear from the public eye. And one of his previous tweets, also in Vietnamese, translates as "No more, you know where I'm standing." So we know that over the last maybe 4 or 6 months, he's been very public talking about shorting Tesla. Um, I found a couple of articles for you here. So, big short investor Michael Burry reveals his short Tesla, tells Elon Musk to issue more stock at its ridiculous price. So, very interesting. He shorted Tesla. Then he had some remarks about GameStop rally. Unnatural, insane, and dangerous. We all know that Michael Burry, he actually himself maybe started this whole thing with GameStop, but as we saw in his 13F filing from the latest quarter, he actually exited this position before this whole madness began. Then we see, then we see him talking about Bitcoin. He actually says BTC is a speculative bubble that poses more risk than opportunity, despite most of the proponents being correct in their arguments for why it's relevant at this point in history, he wrote. If you don't know how much leverage is involved in the run-up, you may now not know enough to own it. So we can see his stance here on Bitcoin, Tesla, meme stocks such as GameStop, and then also he's just deleting his Twitter account. Also, he apparently recently tweeted he had a background picture of NFTs, about NFTs and this whole NFT mania. So what we see here, um, I found this quote that he had on his page, which actually says, let me see real quick. Oh, okay, I've got this one here. Okay, so NFTs exist so that the crypto grifters can have a new kind of magic bean to sell for. Okay, I'm sorry. NFTs exist so that the crypto grifters can have a new kind of magic bean to sell for actual money and pretend they're not selling magic beans. NFTs crypto grifters try to scam artists again. So he's basically telling that this whole NFT situation is just a grand scam based on crypto and all this other stuff. What else? So I want to share something else with you today. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is just an article telling us that he just deleted his tweets and basically just disappeared from the public eye. So this time we see quite the opposite. The last time he did something of this sort, nobody was willing to listen to him. Actually, everybody was criticizing for his views on the economy, on the housing bubble. So this time he just decided to tell everybody, just no more tweets from me. You just know where I'm sitting. You know what I'm all about. I've told you everything I know. So about Bitcoin, about Tesla, about meme stocks, um, and we also saw a recent interview with Jeremy Graham telling that this is the best indicator that we're in a huge market bubble when we see this frenzy going on all fronts and pushing on all cylinders, so to say. So, let me know, guys, what do you think about this recent Michael Burry activity? This is very curious. And that's all I wanted to share with you today. Okay, guys, peace.